Finally, Cubana chief priest sues his alleged Kenyan baby mama known as Helen for defamation over being responsible or let's say being the father of her 2-year-old son. Pascal has further denied knowing or ever meeting this alleged baby mama in his life. And here is the full details of the lawsuit case against this lady. Some developing news to watch. In case you don't understand, I recap. Cubana chief priest has sued the Kenyan lady that accused him. He sued her in Kenya. God wants to help the lady and the child. Well, hence Cubana chief priest willingly submitted himself to jurisdiction. Wonders, they say, shall never cease to end. Of course, on the surface, it will appear that CCP is bold and confident. But remember that this post, it is biggest miscalculation, because any paternity test will likely show he is the father. If he's not the father, the paternity test will equally show that he is not the father. The lady's greatest obstacle was that she was too afraid to come to Nigeria to sue him. Now that the problem has been solved, DPA Kenya will help the child. I don't know if you guys are getting something. So here is the full details of the particular lawsuit case against this Kenyan lady. Republic of Kenya, in the Chief Magistrate's Court at Nairobi, Meyama Law Court, Civil Case Number 0 of 2025, Pascal Chibike Okechukwu alias Cubana Chief Priest, who happens to be plaintiff, versus Linda Otieno alias Helen, who happens to be defendant. Notice of motion under section IA 1B 3A of the Civil Procedure Act, Order 49, Rules 1, 2, 3, and 4, and Order 51, Rule 1 of the Civil Procedure Rules 2010, Sections 22 and 23 of the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act 2018, Articles 28, 31, 33/3, and 35(2) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Take notice that this honorable court shall be moved on the day of 2025 at 8:00 a.m. in the afternoon, that is in the afternoon or soon thereafter, as counsel for the plaintiff/applicant shall be heard for orders that: number 1, this application be satisfied urgent and heard expert in the first instance. 2, pending the hearing and determination of this application, this honorable court be pleased to issue an interim order of injunction restraining the defendant/respondent by herself, her agent, servant, or assigns from publishing, uploading, sharing, or disseminating any form or manner defamatory content against the plaintiff or applicant on any social media platforms or public forum. Thirdly, pending the hearing and determination of this suit, a temporary injunction be and is hereby issued restraining the defendant respondent from publishing or uploading, sharing, or anything of the social media spaces against Pascal. My people, internet don't catch fire. So everything, all the basketballs, all this way that this lady has been alleging, accusing Pascal. Sometimes, let me say, almost every Eke market day, this lady will come on her TikTok live and she starts calling Pascal. More this time around, she's not even calling him out with respect. She's not calling him out as if, that's why as a man, you got to value, you have to respect yourself. Not because you get prick, say make you can't disrespect yourself. Not be every because when you see where you're supposed to put that your prick. Yes, in case you don't understand what I'm saying, as a man, it's not every post, not every vagina that your prick should enter. You see, Pascal is denying that he doesn't know this girl known as Helen, although Helen have equally shared pictures of them on the social media spaces. I'm mainly looking at this child from Helen, although 3 of them look alike. If you check properly, Helen and the child looks like, and even Helen looks like Pascal as well. People are even alleging that the boy himself looks exactly like Cubana Chief Priest, more than Cubana Chief Priest's real acknowledged children. My dear, it is really something else. And seriously, I like this bold step taken by Cubana Chief Priest, because if in Kariala, almost every Eke market day, this girl has never allowed Cubana Chief Priest to rest for once. It is almost every week this girl be calling her out. Cubana Chief Priest, Pascal, tag Pascal, tag Pascal. What do they say? Be like bicycle. As if somebody asked her to open her kpekus, as if somebody forced her to open her legs carelessly. So let God settle it once and for all. And then again, what of if at the end of the day, the DNA test now prove that Cubana chief priest known as Pascal is the real father of that child? No be shame. So after all this gaga denying that he's not the real father of the child, and at the end of the day, probably there is no mago, no faking of a DNA test result, and the thing come out, in a positive way that Cubana chief priest is the real father of this child. How is he going to compensate this lady? And then again, how is he going to face the public? You get the point? Yeah, because this girl has been saying, come and do the DNA test to prove that this child is not yours. If eventually that this child is not yours, I won't force you. I will not disturb you anymore. And as a lady, when a lady is constantly telling you that you are the father of her child, and she knows herself, she knows too well that she did not even open her kpekus for another man to enter. Now only you when you lie inside her, and she's alleging that you are the real father. Or more, there is something fishy. Yes, possibly 99%. She might be correct. She might be accurate in all her allegations. So anyway, my lovers, so wetin una gat to talk. People are really happy as Cubana chief priest is taking Helen to court. Ewo, wahala dey say e be like bicycle. Abeg my lovers, make I no talk too much. Wetin una gat to talk concerning this? As e dey hot, Cubana chief priest is now going to Kenya for his court trial with Helen. And not just court trial alone. He's equally going for a DNA test with the alleged son. According to him previously, he said that if DNA test prove that this child is his own, that he will take him. You understand? He means that he will take custody of him and take proper care of him. He will raise him by himself. That money na water, no be say he lack money. Say there is money there to take proper care of that child. That looking at that girl alone cannot even, raise the child. And we equally hear that this lady already have a child out of wedlock. That this baby that she had allegedly for Cubana chief priest is not the first child that this lady is having. So people are like, Kenyan people are now asking, why are you only dragging Cubana chief priest? What happened to your first baby's daddy? The person that pregnanted you for your first child, why are you not, calling him out the way you are calling Cubana chief priest? Or is it because that person is not a prominent person? Or is it because that person does not have money? And you now want to use Cubana chief priest to coach really? My people, everybody, every man, if you are a man watching me, you got to learn from this Cubana chief priest case. You have to derive something positive from this particular case. Try to learn from this. Don't fall a victim in the name of you are flexing. You want to use flesh. Peradventure, what if the girl is sick? Let's say she has all these virus like HIV, AIDS. By now, would Cubana chief priest be coming out to tell her that he's not the real father of the child? What if she said that I have HIV? Cubana chief priest will also have HIV because he went on me, flesh on flesh. You understand that? Will he still have the guts to say, I want to sue this lady, or suing her, or coming online to say that this lady is defaming me, or this? You understand? So as a man, you have to tread with caution. A married man out there, imagine the kind of insult that this lady used to come out and say. Sometimes she will come out, she start dragging and calling out Cubana chief priest's wife, that she should caution her husband, she should call her husband to order, he should come and take responsibility of his child. Wahala they say be like bicycle. Today say that she started naming other Nigerians and other white women that are not even related, that are not even in Nigeria, that Cubana chief priest allegedly pregnanted them, the one in Malaysia and the one in another country. So this lady have said all kinds of things. Honestly, I am in support of this Cubana chief priest lawsuit case against this lady, because it is too much. It is too much. He who alleges must prove, and that is the real fact. And I pray that let it be that Cubana chief priest is not the real father of the child, because if it is, that lady, she'll use her mouth to finish this guy online. Wahala they say be like bicycle. And you know how Kenyan, you see Kenya, South Africa and Ghana, the way they take the abuse Nigerians for social media is too much. If it happens say Cubana chief priest that the real father of that child, they go finish us for social media spaces. Anyway, my love, make I not talk too much. Drop your own comments in the comment section, your opinion in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe. Follow us anywhere you're watching this video. I love you guys and stay tuned for more updates.